The other day, I came across a question that really hit me hard. And I told that person that I was going to answer that question. And this is the video answering that question. And it was simply this: do you have advice for single adults, young adults, who want to get into fostering? Since I've been a teenager, I wanted to adopt teens. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. That's very powerful because most people don't say that they want teens. They want babies. So if you're watching this and you feel pulled toward fostering, especially teens, I want to talk directly to you today. Listen, my wife and I had a lot of teens. And it's crazy because people do just want the babies. Listen, you're not weird. You're not too young. You're not too unqualified. That desire did not come from nowhere. A lot of people feel called to help, but very few actually step into that calling and into the hard places, like fostering teenagers. And teens in foster care, they're some of the most overlooked, misunderstood, in need young people out there. So if that's your heart, don't ignore it. Let me balance all that with truth. Fostering, especially young adults, is not easy. You're not just giving someone a place to stay. You're stepping into trauma, broken trust, survival behaviors, and emotional walls. The teens that may come into your home might test you. They might push you away. They might say things that hurt you, not trust you at first at all. Listen, they might cuss you out. I've had teenagers, 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds trying to fight me because of a thing they call fight or flight. Teens get into this thing where they lose hope that they're never going to find a home. But you wanting to foster teens is a big thing because that's very much needed in the foster system in this world today. Listen, and here's the part that no one says enough. Love alone is not enough. You need patience, consistency, boundaries, emotional strength to do this. You need to be equipped to do this because some days it's not going to feel rewarding. Some days it will feel like nothing you're doing is working. I've been in those days. Or you'll have a good day and the next day is complete chaos. It changes from time to time. Listen, if you're serious about this, here's what I would tell you to do to start off with right now. Build stability in your own life, your housing, your income, your schedule. Not perfection, but stability. Because these kids are in need of consistency more than anything. Second thing I'll tell you about this is learn before you leap. Start studying trauma, attachment, foster care system basics, how to get licensed in your state. That's one of the first things. Then you're going to have to go and do a home study. Then you're going to have to do a fire safety inspection. Then they're going to have to come out and test your water. Then they're going to be able to go ahead with the licensing process. It is a process. There is going to be hoops that you need to go through, but it's well worth it in some days. Listen, understand behavior before you experience it. Get around foster parents. Find people that are already doing it. Ask yourself questions like this. What's the hardest part? What surprised you? What would you do differently? Listen, if you need a tribe, if you need somebody around you that can pour into you and answer those kind of questions, visit of course, this YouTube channel, but also we have a Facebook group, the Tribe Foster and Adoption Facebook community that you can go there and get poured into as well. Listen, real conversations will prepare you more than anything. Another thing that I would do is build a support system. If you're single, that is very huge. It could play a big part in it. Maybe one of the kids that you have were, they had a woman beat them or a woman that left them, and they will adapt more to men. We see that in males. Males will adapt to men and glue themselves to men and build relationships with men to become men. So that could be a big part of it. That could play a big part in that and help you. The singleness can help you in that factor. Vice versa, the same thing with females. You know, a female can teach a female how to be a female. You understand what I'm saying? So just because you're single doesn't mean that you're X'd out of fostering. It just means that your support system needs to be bigger. You need to not do this alone. You need friends. You need church. You need community. You need mentors. People to back you up. Sometimes you're going to need to go out on a date. Are you going to have a respite? Are you going to have someone that can stay at the house that is qualified to stay at the house with them? Because burnt out is real. It's very real. Here's something that most people miss. You don't have to be licensed to start to make a difference, okay? You can do this. You can mentor a teen. You can volunteer. You can support other foster families. You can provide respite care for somebody else that's fostering. You can help with transportation or tutoring with school. Start where you are. Calling doesn't always start with a license. It starts with action. Get out there and do something for that community. Be around that community. Be a sponge in that community. Soak up as much as you can before you step into it yourself. And if you want to foster teens, this is something else that you need to understand. They don't need a perfect parent. They need someone who's going to show up, who doesn't quit on them. 50% of foster care families quit in their first year. They're going to need someone that tells them the truth. They've been lied to enough from their families, from the system. And I'm not bashing the system, but sometimes the system does fabricate the truth to them. It fabricates the truth to foster parents. So one time I got a call. We have a girl. She's 14 and I don't know much about her, but she needs somewhere to go. She gets to my house. This girl's 16. She has nothing. So when you take a foster placement, uncertainty is a big thing because you don't know everything. Another thing that you need to know is love them where they're at. Love even when they push back. Even when they push back on you. You're not my dad. You're not this. You're not. Yes, I know I'm not your dad. You have a dad. But right now, you're here. And I took you in. And I'm going to love you like you're mine until you get to go back with your dad. Because, again, reunification is the goal to foster care. Listen, a lot of these kids are waiting to see, are you going to leave too? Because a lot of times people just leave them or people just send them to another house. These teens have been in 40, 50 homes sometimes. I know my own is 13 right now, and he's been in 5 homes. My daughter, his sister, is 18. She's been in 5 homes. These kids need stability and consistency. That's what they need. So, if you're still here and you want to foster young adults and you're a young adult, don't ignore the call. Prepare seriously. Build a support group system. Start helping now. And when the time comes, you'll be ready. Because the truth is this: there are teens out there right now who don't need perfect. They just need someone willing. 23,000 teenagers turn 18 in the foster care system. They age out with nothing. 50% of them will live on the streets, homeless. They need you. They need you to teach them life skills. They need you to teach them how to be an adult. They need you to teach them to be a responsible human in society. Listen, if this helped you, drop a comment down in the comments. Share this with someone and let them know the awareness of fostering teens. And listen, having real conversations about foster care is a big thing. Go ahead and join the community because we're here to help with support, awareness, and resources. Because more people need to step up. And maybe you're one of them. Until next time.